I spent the day at the bins yesterday and I only spent $50, but you really need to stay tuned and see what I got. So my trip to the bins yesterday was pretty eventful. I left here probably about 11:30 yesterday morning and I didn't get home until 7:30 last night. I spent about 6 hours at the bins and I spent $50, but I will tell you that I found some really, really cool stuff and I'd like to share it with you today. So let's just take a look, shall we? So I ended up with 4 bags of stuff from the bins, and the first is this. This stuff right here is like gold, if you ask me. Every time I go, if I find clean and in good shape bubble wrap, I'll snag it. And yesterday I hit the jackpot. Wouldn't you agree? Next up is this container of jewelry. I find this type of jewelry mixed in the bins all the time. And when I do find it, if it's in good shape, if it's clean, not broken, I'll grab it. And sometimes if the stones or the metal is pretty and it is broken, I will grab it because I have a lot of crafting supplies that I collect. Yeah, we won't look at that. Anyway. None of this jewelry that's in here is broken. It's all intact. There are some single earrings and a couple of pins and whatnot, but it's all pretty good stuff, and I'll just add it to a lot of jewelry that I already have downstairs. Also, these bins I found, they come in very handy when I need them for organizing stuff, especially for resale, so that's why I picked those up. They don't weigh very much, so they don't really cost that much when you purchase them by weight. Next up, I found this, not that, this. This is a brass bottle opener in the shape of a tassel. I can be honest when I tell you that I've never seen one of these, but I did pick it up because it's brass and because it's stamped made in Italy. So I thought that that might be maybe a $10 or $15 sale. We'll have to see. I do sell a lot of different brass items, and I also sell pewter as well. Brass seems to do a little better, but you know, somebody might want that, so we'll see what happens. Next up, I found this. This is from my Google search, is a Better Homes and Gardens ice cube tray from Walmart, most likely. I thought it was cool, and I would maybe use it in addition to ice cubes, use it for soap making, but not at the same time. Yeah, so I'm probably going to end up keeping this. I thought it might be worth a little more than it is, but I only saw comps for like $2. So yeah, I'm going to keep this one. Next up are these darling little figurines, early Americana. African art is, or African American art is very popular. So I'm going to clean these up first because they have a lot of dust on them. Somebody had them for a really long time and I found them yesterday. I'm glad I found the pair too because they are pretty cool. Yeah, so once I do more research on them, I'll fill you in. I also found these diamond art kits. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them just yet. I actually have a friend that might be interested in them, so if she is, I'll give them to her. Otherwise, I may list them. I don't even know what these would sell for, so I'll have to look into those as well. Next, how could I pass these up? They're brand new. Fuzzy socks. This one is from Bath & Body Works. It's infused with aloe, and this one I think may have come from Walmart or Target. In any case, I'm keeping these because it's cold in Colorado most of the time, and my feet get cold, so I'm keeping these for me. Another thing I'm keeping is this. It's a 32 gigabyte memory card that I can use in my camera, so that's mine too. So far 3 of the items on the table are mine. It's not always like that. I do tend to find a lot for resale, but I also find a lot for me that I can use. So if I can use it, I definitely want to pick it up. I also found this. I'm not sure of the origin other than it may have been made in India. It's got some weight to it, but I'm not sure really of anything about it. If it's copper underneath, if it's pewter, it looks authentic. So I'm going to do a little bit of research. This might be something that'll net me a few dollars. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. Next up, I found this cute little change purse clutch thing Actually, it's more of a keychain, which is neat. But what intrigued me about it is the color and this bee. I actually have another purse or change container in my basement downstairs with this same bee on it. So I wonder what the brand is and if it's of any value. I also found this. This is a silver tone brand harmonica. It says American made. It's very old. It's got wood in the center. And then this side is actually a little bit easier to read, I think. I'm having a little difficulty researching values on this. I'm finding that old harmonicas don't really bring a lot of money, but there might be something special about this. I did do a search and I found, I think it was Wikipedia had stated that this was a brand that may have been manufactured for Sears. So that's all I have so far on this. I'll keep you posted on that too. Next up, anytime I find Lenox Christmas tree ornaments, or really anything made by Lenox, I like to pick it up because it does carry a little bit of value. I've sold a few Lenox pieces for a little bit of a profit. I'm not going to say I've made millions, but I've made a few dollars off some Lenox pieces in the past, so I thought those would be cute to list and have available for next year for Christmas. I found this. This is a purse. The brand, I guess, is Roxy, and it's supposed to be a pretty valuable brand, so I'll do some more research on that as well. Okay, so the next bag didn't have quite as much stuff, but it was still kind of heavy. So we'll start over here. This crocodile is from the movie Peter Pan. For those of you who don't know, Peter Pan is one of the original Disney classics, and this guy was the alligator that Captain Hook had to try to stay away from. Unfortunately, he does have a broken tooth, but I still think that there's some value in this, and I did look at some comps on some similar items, and they were in the hundreds of dollars range, so the right buyer may still want it, and the reason being is it's not just any figurine, it's actually got some history to it. It's the 6th official Disneyana convention from September 2nd to 6th in 1997 at the Walt Disney World Resort. Edition was limited to 2,000. I'm not sure if there's a marking on this to tell me what number it is, but in any case, it is kind of beat up, but you know what? Like I said, the right buyer may want it. So good luck on that, right? Next, I've got this cute little, came in its original box, Fitz and Floyd bear trinket box, mint condition. It was all wrapped in plastic inside the box. There's no chips, scratches, or anything that I could see. Very cute, probably get me 20 bucks. Next up is this yellow VW Bug. It's pretty beat up. I don't know if I can get into the light where you could actually see it, but you can see it. It might be a little dirty and it's very scratched. I'll clean it up as best I can and see if anybody's interested. Looks like it's missing a window. So yeah, not sure. I thought it was kind of cool, so that's why I picked it up. It doesn't weigh very much, so even if it's not worth anything, it really didn't cost anything either. Next up is this Liberty Bell plate, and on the back it says that it is Good Cheer from Philly in 2024, but the best part is it's by Anthropology. So this plate is probably $25 to $35 in comps maybe. So I'll give that a shot and see if I can maybe make a few dollars on that too. So next up, I found this. This is going to be staying with me. I don't have a silicone mold of a flower, and tulips are actually one of my favorites. So I thought this would be cool to make ice cubes or candy or something with this spring. Next is some ribbon lace. I don't have any of this, so for my crafting, I thought this would be cool. It doesn't weigh very much, so it didn't cost very much. Regular price is $7, so, can't go wrong there. Next up is some pigment ink, still in its plastic. It was out of a box of a set of 4, These were the 3 that were in the box, so I tossed the outer box away and kept these. They are still sealed, so they should be good for use, hopefully. I also found a couple of empty boxes. They're great for gifts or packing when I have to mail something that needs a little bit of extra support. I like to grab those when I see them. Keys. It's just some random grouping of keys. Probably goes to all different kinds of old machinery and locks, and who knows? Somebody will want these. I know I like to collect different oddball things. I like to collect the big decorative looking keys. And some of these actually look pretty neat, like that one. I don't know. We'll see. A few more things for me. Oh my gosh. I wanted this giant spatula. I thought it was kind of neat. And I also wanted this towel with the dogs on it. Thought that was neat too. But the next item is not going to stay with me. I'm going to clean them up so that they don't look so old, but I think that you'll be surprised with what they are. Is a complete set of card suit ashtrays, right? So diamonds, hearts, spades, and clubs. And they're made of cast iron. And I did a little bit of research while I was in the store yesterday. And I found one listing that had one of the ashtrays stating that they were rare. And if I remember correctly, the price was either $47 or $74 that they were asking. I didn't take the time to look and see if there were any solds, because they are so unique that I thought that I would just grab them and, take my chances and see what happens. And really, with resale, that's kind of what you do anyway. You take your chances and you hope that what you have is something of value to someone else. Next, and the last thing out of this third bag, is this old vintage hanging scale. It goes up to 50 pounds. And they use these scales still today in some areas, but I think this one's fairly old. It's quite heavy. Looks like it might be made of brass or something. I'll do some research and keep you updated on what I learn. So the fourth bag doesn't have a lot of heavy stuff, quite a bit of light stuff actually. We'll start here. This is a cool hat that is made of some kind of breathable material. Could be worn outside in the sun. Haven't decided if I'm going to try to list this one or give it as a gift. It's brand new, and I think that the brand is a Costco brand based on my research, so not 100% sure it's going to be valuable enough to sell, but I could probably give it away as a gift. Next up, I bought these. These are more of a supply. They are stands to display necklaces on, and they're in good shape, so I thought for photographing some of my listings they would be very helpful. Next, I found this really cool Mickey Mouse tray from Walt Disney Productions, probably made in the 70s or 80s. It could have come from Walt Disney World. It could have come from Disneyland. It's not in the best shape, but I think if I clean it up. I actually have some other trays that are similar that have like the whole state of Florida on them. Maybe I'll group it with that and sell it as a lot. Next up, I couldn't help myself. These were so cute. I never thought that I would ever buy Beanie Babies, but I saw a few that I thought were kind of interesting, and there's a lot of dogs. And I'm a huge dog lover, so just for that fact alone, that there are so many different dogs, like this one, this one. This one's gross. He's not, let me back up. He's not a gross animal. He's got some stuff on him that I didn't see when I was picking him up yesterday. So he may end up not being sold. He may end up being washed and loved around the house. Who knows? But yeah, the rest of them look pretty clean. I didn't even pay too much attention, but as you can see, more dogs, more dogs, more dogs. So that's why I got all these beanies. I don't know how many there are. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. About 20, give or take. And if I could get, between $5 to $10 a piece out of them, I've made my money back because I only paid $50 for the lot. All right, last up is this. This is a fashion plate set from 1978 made by the Tomy Company, and it's almost complete. The only thing that's missing is the crayon rubber, and I thought that I saw it in the package, but I didn't end up with it. So it does have its original box. It has all the plates. It has a bunch of colored pencils. The only thing it doesn't have is the crayon rubber. I may see if I can find one somewhere that I could substitute and add to the package. But otherwise, overall, it's complete, and it's a really, really cool little thing. I didn't have one of these when I was a kid, and I really wanted one. Unfortunately, we just didn't have the money for things like this, so now I have it, and I'm too old. Anyway, if there's a favorite item here that you saw during this video, let me know. I'd love to know in the comments your thoughts on if this is an authentic Pink Floyd concert t-shirt or not, and how you feel about the fashion plates and also those cast iron ashtrays. Those were pretty cool too. I think the fashion plates and the cast iron ashtrays were probably my favorite, and they will probably bring me the most profit, but in this game that we call reselling, it's hard to say. I do appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed the haul, and I hope that you'll come back for the next one. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little bell to be notified when new videos come out. And thanks again for watching. My name's Michelle, and this is Shell's Bits and Pieces, where you'll find a little bit of everything all in one place. Thanks a lot, guys.